church this Sunday, but you get to do something you've never done before, and that is you get to have church online at your house.
It's going to be a great experience. We just want to let you guys know that we love you, we're thinking of you, we're praying for you, and we hope that you enjoy today's experience.
Good morning, Creek Kids. Get out of your beds and let's get ready to worship.
From chains you broke me free. Now you're alive in me. I put you in control. Now I know whose I am. No more comparison. I'm certain in my soul. I'm part of your plan. My life's in your hands. You're the reason that my heart can sing. No longer my own. You sit at the throne. You are ruler over everything. I want less of me so you would increase. Make me like your son. I want more of you in all that I do. Let your will be done. Less of me, more of you. I want less of me so you would increase. Make me like your son.
God of the overflow, you never let me go, no matter my mistakes. I know I get it wrong, you love me all along. I'm safe inside your grace, I'm part of your plan. My life's in your hands. You're the reason that my heart can sing. No longer my own, you sit at the throne. You are ruler over everything. I want less of me so you would increase. Make me like your son. I want more of you in all that I do. Let your will be done. Less of me, more of you. I want less of me so you would increase. Make me like your son. More and more like you. I want to be more and more like you. I want to be more and more like you. I want to be more and more like you. I want to be more and more like you. I want to be more and more like you. Less of me so you would increase. Make me like your son. Hey, I want more of you in all that I do. Let your will be done. Let your will be done. More of you, more of you. Less of me so you would increase. Make me like your son. Less of me, more of you. Smile away all the troubles that you see. They'll be miles away before too long. Today's the day, every possibility. Well, it's yours to take. You can't go wrong. If you just have faith for the moment, he'll give you enough. Ain't no way that you're gonna blow it, 'cause you are truly loved. Your best days are still ahead. You're not done yet. By his grace, you're moving on. Celebrate and find joy in what's to come, 'cause someday you'll be walking on streets love gold. On streets love gold. It's a promise we believe that will dance eternally. On streets love gold. you're thinking. He'll be leading you, even when it feels like you're thinking. He is always true. Your best days are still ahead. You're not done yet. By His grace, you're moving on. Celebrate and find joy in what's to come. 'Cause someday you'll be walking on. Joy in what's to come, 'cause someday you'll be walking on. Streets, let go. Streets, let go. Walking on. It's a promise we believe that will dance eternally. Streets, walking on, walking on. You and me. Streets, let go.
There. Yeah, I got that.
Hey, what's up, Brian?
What's up, Robert? How's it going, man?
Good. What you working on?
Oh, I am glad you asked, my friend. This here. Oh. So do you remember Wes? You know Wes, right?
Wes.
Yeah.
Love Wes.
Wes, yeah. No.
No.
Used to love Wes.
Used to love
Wes. So Wes, I was using the restroom, right?
Okay.
And Wes used all the toilet paper. All the toilet paper. He took all of it. So left me in there by myself. So here's what I did. Check this out. I made him a toilet seat.
Okay.
Right? And what I'm going to do with this toilet seat is I'm going to put it on this bucket that says more doing, fill, do, repeat. Huh? Because it doesn't empty because it's a bucket. So I'm going to take his toilet and I'm going to replace it with this one. So then when he goes to use the bathroom, it just all get clogged up in there. He can't flush it. Is that awesome? I'm going to get him back.
That's crazy.
Totally going to get revenge on him. He's going to pay for what he did to me.
Wow.
Yep.
But isn't our bottom line about forgiveness?
Huh?
Where forgiveness is up to us, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it is up to us, but it doesn't mean it's up to me. You're right, it is up to me. And I am choosing to get revenge on Wes. It's going to be so good, I can't wait.
But remember, Colossians 3:13 says to put up with one another, forgiving one another, right?
Yeah. I mean, and you should put it like that. I guess it does. So what you're saying is, I can't get revenge on him?
No, I think it's a good idea.
Poop.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. And now for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Luke, chapter 15, verses 11 through 24.
Everywhere Jesus went, crowds gathered. Often He would heal their sicknesses, but He was more interested in healing their hearts.
Blessed are those who hear God's word and obey it.
Important religious leaders came to hear Jesus, but everybody else did too. Moms and dads, shopkeepers and tax collectors, misfits and other people who did wrong things.
The last will be first, and the first will be last.
The religious leaders were angry Jesus chose to welcome everyone.
He hangs out with sinners and even eats with them.
Jesus knew the hearts of the religious leaders. They believed that keeping all the rules made them closer to God than anyone else. So Jesus told them a story.
There was a man who had 2 sons.
Now, if Jesus were telling this story today, it might go a little something like this. There are 2 brothers. We'll call the older brother Will and the younger son Jake. These 2 young men were just a little different from each other.
Father, I finished planting the barley field, cleaned out the cow stalls, and fed the goats.
All before breakfast?
All before breakfast.
Where's your brother?
In bed.
Jake, come get some breakfast.
Oh, is it noon yet? I'm not getting up before noon.
I need you to help your brother rebuild the shed.
Don't we have servants to do that? I'm tired of people telling me what to do. I want to be in charge.
As Jake considered, he realized that one day when his father was gone, his older brother and he would split all of the money, and then he would be at least half in charge.
Why wait? I'll just take my share now.
After breakfast, Jake found his father examining the damaged shed.
I want my share of your money.
Well, you'll get it. One day.
Nope. I want it all right now.
The father studied Jake with sadness in his eyes. Then he decided to let Jake learn the hard way.
All right. You can have your share.
Woo-woo!
So Jake took his half of the property in cash, and then he packed up and headed off to travel the world on his own terms.
So long, suckers!
After days of travel, Jake finally arrived in a country where the sun was warm, the breeze was cool, and the lake water was as smooth as glass.
Ah, this is the life.
Jake rented a beachfront villa. Dude ate whatever he wanted.
Pizza for breakfast, Twinkies for lunch, ooh, ice cream for dinner.
He threw huge parties and gave away lavish gifts.
Ooh, Jake, you're like so amazing.
Wow, is this the new SolarWare 2020 gaming system?
Oh, you can have it, I'll get another.
Dude, you are the best.
But soon, a famine swept the land. Food ran low.
Huh. All I've got is ramen. I better go to the store.
Jake checked his money pouch. It was nearly empty.
2 pennies? But I had so much. Hey, anyone have an extra PB&J?
No. Don't bug us.
Jake had nothing left. At last, he was forced to work for a farmer taking care of the pigs.
Soo-wee! Hey, pig, 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 pig.
Jake was so hungry. Even the disgusting food scraps for the pigs looked pretty good.
The crust is the best part of the sandwich, right? Or this. Don't you touch that there banana peel. It's for the pigs. This is so not kosher.
As Jake crouched down in that miserable mud with those pigs, he couldn't help thinking of home.
My father's servants have more than enough to eat, and here I am practically dying of hunger. I should go home. I will go home. I'll say, Father, I have sinned against heaven, and I have sinned against you. I'm no longer fit to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants. Yeah, that's good, right?
Jake got right up and headed home. The journey took a lot longer on foot, and he was weak with hunger.
Sinned against heaven, sinned against you. I'm no longer worthy.
At last, Jake reached his hometown. Nobody even recognized him as he shuffled down the road, dusty and ragged.
I'll just sneak into the house the back way.
But as Jake neared his home, he saw someone standing on the porch.
I really hope that's not Will.
In an instant, the figure on the porch leapt down and began to run. The man raced down the walk and flung open the gate.
Wait, it's Dad!
Jake's father ran along the dusty road toward his son.
Dad,
My son!
The father threw his arms around Jake and kissed him. Jake swallowed hard and stepped back.
Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I'm no longer fit to be called your son.
But Jake's father was too full of laughter and tears to listen to any of this. Instead, he hugged his son again and led him back to the house, calling for the servants.
Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger, sandals on his feet. Bring the fattest calf and kill it, and let's have a feast and celebrate. This son of mine was dead, and now he is alive again. He was lost, and now he is found.
Wow, Dad, I don't deserve any of this. I don't know what to say except thank you.
So the father had freely forgiven the younger son. But the story wasn't over yet, because Jake's older brother, Will, you remember him? He was out working hard in the fields, and well, Will would turn out to be far less forgiving than his father.
Whoa, man, that was insane. What a story.
Crazy story.
Could you imagine spending all of the inheritance that your parents gave you?
That's a lot of money.
What would you spend that money on?
What wouldn't I spend it on?
Right, like
everything.
New shoes, a car,
clothes,
cool clothes, yeah, like a cool hat, something like that. Yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah.
I mean, but he was broke, like sleeping with pigs broke.
And they
stink, man. They're so bad. It was just nasty. They're sleeping in mud and man, he didn't have any food. Like, could you imagine not having food?
He's so hungry.
No Captain Crunch at night. Oh my goodness, like
the worst.
Yeah, man. But what was really cool is that his dad accepted him back in. It was just like Colossians 3:13, what you were telling us earlier, you know, that we need to bear each other's burden and forgive one another. And he did that. And that takes a lot too, because man, I don't know, like that takes a lot to be able to forgive somebody like that.
It does. But he did it, like you said. He did it.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah, but you know, if that was my mom, she would whip me.
Oh, yeah?
She would, for real, come after me. Oh, absolutely.
My mom would do nothing.
Ryan David McDermott, get your tail over here right now.